let's go.
We're live.
Oh, we're live.
And we're live. Hello everybody out there. Yep. Hopefully we'll get a few people in. We've got 2 people in already. That's cool. Yep. Okay. So we've got 2 people.
I just had to fucking mute my thing here. Okay. Cool. So how do you guys want to do this? Do you want to just start with subconscious terror, go through each, talk about it, and rank it that way?
I thought that's what we were doing. That's the way I did it on my paper. I saw you guys do the Sabbath one. That's the way you guys did it. So
right.
That makes more sense than like jumbling it all around and all that stuff. So
yeah, you can get confused real quick, like me.
Exactly.
Fucking the chat always gets entertaining. Always gets entertaining, and it's already starting off hot.
Yeah. Especially when Kim's in.
Yeah, hey Kim.
Yes, we could just get straight into it. I mean, we could start. I did do a little brief bio on the band, although I'm guessing most people watching this will probably already know a lot of the stuff about the band anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But
doesn't hurt to say anything.
Yeah. Okay. So the band formed in 1989 in Birmingham. The original lineup, consisted of Barney Greenway on the vocals, Peter Rosinski and Darren Brooks on the guitars, Ian Tracy on the drums, and Paul Adams on bass. They released one demo in 1989 before signing to Nuclear Blast in 1990, and they've been on that label all the way through their career. As well as 8 albums, they've also released 4 splits, 3 EPs, 2 box sets, and 6 compilation albums, including this one that I've got that's got 6 of their 8 albums. -1, and I'm sure we'll probably get to that -1 later. Right. So, let's begin. We're going to go in album order, and each time we're going to say where it ranks in our ranking. So, let's begin with debut album Subconscious Terror that came out in 1990. It's the only album to feature Barney on the vocals and was produced by Mick Harris. And there it is, as George has got up there. I've also got... Where is it?
There you go. That's even better. That's better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got them up on slide, just in case.
No, that's great.
Pie Face, never heard of this band. Well, that's funny because you sent me this.
I don't necessarily mean anything.
That's funny.
Yes, Merry Christmas, Simon, you squirrely bastard.
Right.
Okay.
So, who's gonna go first? I mean, I don't mind going first.
Yeah,
my thoughts
you might as well
it.
go first.
All right. Okay, that's cool. So I put this album in 5th on my ranking.
Okay.
Hello, Roger.
Hey, Roger.
Hello, Roger.
Okay, yeah, I put it 5th on mine. I thought it was a pretty decent debut album. Very raw, and it's definitely got that like early death metal with a little bit grindcore kind of sound, that Napalm Deathy kind of thing. I thought the vocals from Barney Greenway was a bit different compared to Dave Ingram.
Mm-hmm.
I can't lie, in some bits he sounded like Yoda. I can't hear it now.
Fucking brilliant.
Yeah. But, I thought there was some pretty cool riffs throughout, although I think, from a debut album, it's decent, but they went on to do better stuff.
Oh God, yes.
But I did like quite a lot of the tracks. I liked Artifacted Irreligion, Eternal Eclipse. I thought was pretty good. Divine Ultimatum, and Bit Forth the Dead. I thought that was a pretty cool song as well. But not my favourite from them. But it's their debut. I mean, they could only improve from there, and they definitely did. Roger's not happy.
Yoda.
That's probably like the harshest thing I've ever heard being said about Barney from fucking Napalm Death. Me, Josh. Like, I'm surprised you even still have subscribers, man, after the Sabbath ranking, and now this fucking made me fucking bloody.
Yeah.
So you had that at number 5, okay?
Yep.
Number 5. So in listening to Benediction, I'll say one thing: the first 2 records, even the third, quite raw. Well, third's not necessarily as raw, but I really only have a couple of bad things to say about them, and it's really not even that bad. Well, my number 8 record. Once we get to that, you'll understand. The fucking albums are too long. I just fucking like 14 songs, 12 songs. I'm like, this is reminding me of Trivia. I'm like, why? But outside of that, I had this at number 7. To me, it's very meh. I do like the DB drumming. That's pretty cool. Like, I do like that side of Benediction. That's one thing I did like. I hear Barney from Napalm. I hear Barney. I'm like, no, I just want to go listen to fucking. I don't listen to Benediction anymore. I want to listen to fucking Napalm Death. It's not that great, and that's why I had it at number 7. It's really raw. The rawness I like. The production's good, but there's some moments on it where it's like, okay, are you guys done this thing? Because it's a little long in the tooth, I guess. But it's not bad because again, they're a classic band and that kind of thing.
Well, that's fair enough.
Well, I have it at number 7 too. So I just think it's not a bad album. I do like the tracks experimental stage and Spit Forth the Dead. But I don't like the production on it. I think it's just, I know it's raw, but I think it's just kind of flat. Okay. But I do think that's one of their best album covers though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very thought-provoking, very cool. So it's very good.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's not that it's bad either. I mean, like you said, Barney leads a different type of vocal. I don't know about the Yoda reference, but now I won't be able to listen to the album any different. I have to listen to it again to see if I heard the Yoda references.
You're right. to me, the production, 9 songs. Yeah. Well, I mean,
true.
Yeah, I don't know. I just felt it was a little long in the tooth when I kept listening to him. Like, fuck, am I almost done this thing? And it's not that it's not that it's bad, but now, George, did you notice that the production was almost similar to Seven Churches? Like in terms of that raw sort of almost kind of flat. But I mean, I love Seven Churches.
Yeah, Seven Churches is I agree with the way it sounds that way. I don't know, I don't know. It's hard to put into words, but yeah, it's got a little bit. To me, it seems a little flat. Not that it's bad, I mean, nothing's gonna be perfect production, but I think Seven Churches sounds better. But
okay, right.
That's my opinion. But still, it's not a bad album. I listen to it. I still like it. It's just not as good as the other ones that come after it.
Yeah, I get that. The guitar tone's quite thin as well on it. As well.
Yeah, that's it. That's a good way of putting it. It's a little thin on the guitar tone.
Yeah.
Who produced that one?
Mick Harris.
Yeah. Mick Harris. Mick Harris.
Yeah.
Oh, Mitch Harris. That's why you said that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, that's all right. That's good. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I'm just gonna say the intro song to Subconscious Terror. That's where he sounds the most like Yoda to me. In that bit. It's just like that bit when he comes in and does like the spoken word bit, and I'm thinking like he's gonna come in and say like a disturbance to the boss. I feel.
You got to say it in the backwards way Yoda.
That's brilliant. I really like that. Who likes clean production anyway? Well, I guess it depends on the band you're listening to. Yeah, no. Simon had a great point. He's like Barney's vocal style doesn't fit with the slower pace stuff. 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's Dan with the raw production for life. Yeah.
I think
now we know.
I think sometimes a raw production does work, but I think with an album like that, I don't think it did quite work.
No,
to be honest. Yeah,
I agree.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah, now I'm gonna have all the death metal fans hate me now. I've annoyed all of them, and now I'm gonna annoy all the death metal fans.
Brilliant. Oh, fucking hell. Okay. Shall we move on to fucking the Grand Leveler?
Move on to the next one. The Grand Leveler. Came out in 1991.
I'll put it there anyway. There you go. I'm really want us hard copies of this.
That's cool. You can still show it if you want to.
Oh, yes.
That's all right.
Please do.
Yeah, if you've got them, show them.
I got them.
I've got them just on this, you know.
Oh yeah, you can't say that little tiny little cover.
Not even worth showing because it's.
That's all right. It's you know what? It's the music that matters.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
This is gonna get out of control real fast, and I'm fucking here for it.
That's good, Ken. That's good. Oh my god!
All right, Josh, let's get into this, kid.
Okay. So 1991, first album to feature Dave Ingram on the vocals. Also, this album featured a cameo from Carl Willis on track 3. And also, this is the last album with Paul Adams on the bass guitar. And it was produced by Paul Johnson. For me, I thought this album was a big step up from the first one. It definitely had more of that classic old school death metal sound compared to the debut. I really liked it. I'd put it at number 3 for me because I didn't really see much wrong with it. It had bits of that like old school stuff. Like I heard bits of Death, bits of Obituary in there, bits of Bolt Thrower. Although of course you're gonna have a bit of Bolt Thrower because Carl Willits features on the 3rd song, Jumping at Shadows. Yeah. Yeah, some great riffs throughout. I thought the production was better, much better on this one. It definitely fit the tone a bit more. Really good vocals from Dave Ingram, and yeah, a bit more of a complete album compared to the debut. And it gets better as it goes on. I think I preferred the second half to the first half. Yeah, the last 2 songs, Born in a Fever and The Grand Leveler, are probably the 2 best songs on the album, to be honest. Great songs. So yeah, I've got it at number 3.
Well, Dan, you're going to learn lots.
Yeah.
I felt like this was a little bit better, like songwriting, but I found the guitar tone to be fucking muddy as shit. The drums were mixed a little bit low. I mean, it's not bad in, like I said, in terms of the writing aspect, because the songs are pretty good. Yeah. I mean, Dave sounds good.
Death
It's gonna
metal
be a
style
theme.
now.
Right? This is going to be the thing. What I do like about this is that like a lot of the slower moments with this record, they actually sound really good, and I think Dave is by far one of the most underrated vocalists in death metal, and honestly, I see him as the only singer in Benediction. I wouldn't even like Barney, yeah, for the first, but even Dave Hunt's not bad, but Dave Ingram is the fucking man when it comes to this band for sure. And I have this at number 6. So just a step up from Subconscious Terror, but not really as high as you have it, Joshi.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. That's cool.
Yeah. I have it at number 6 too. So everything you said, Trevor, I absolutely agree with. The guitar tone and the drums are a little bit, but it is a step up from the last one. And Dave Ingram actually perfect for the band. So he's their sound, he's their voice. But yeah, I mean, I love the song "Jumping in Shadows." That's one of the best ones. That's the third one. That's with Carl Willis, right? Singing on that one.
Yes.
Yep. And they do. I don't know your copy. Mine has a cover of Celtics Frost, "Return to the Eve." Is that on your copy?
Yeah, that's right too.
Yeah. Mine's yeah.
They do a nice job of that too, But overall, yeah, it's a good album. It's much better than the other one, but the production does lack a little bit. But that doesn't bother me. I'm not one of those people who it's got to be perfect production to listen to it. I'm not like that. If it's raw or whatever, it's if it's a good album, it's a good album. Some people get so nitpicky with it's this and that. I'm like, just listen to the album. It's not be perfect, That's with that kind of stuff, they ruin it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I can be like that to a fault.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that either. I'm just saying, but some people do get a little nitpicky with it, but
pretty much, yeah. No covers on the OG. Right.
Well, mine's not an OG, so oh well. Excuse me.
Well, we'll get to that in a minute.
Simon says he knows nothing about them, but he has the first. What a goon!
He's just making the content.
He's just being a shite. Okay.
Yeah. Let's move on to this one.
Fucking classic.
The Rubicon.
Excellent. So glaring.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure quite a lot of people know already, but yeah, that artwork's a Dan Seagrave, and I had to mention that because it is, it's a stunner. It is an excellent art. Big. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yep.
He's ranking his 2 albums.
Fucking hell. Yeah.
This one's best because of the artwork. Yeah, I probably would say that's probably the best artwork that Benediction have ever had.
Yeah, probably. One of, anyways.
Yeah. Scripture's probably up there.
Give us your thoughts, man.
Yes, right. Yes. So this one. Yeah. So this album came out in 1993. First album to feature Frank Healy on the bass, and the last to feature Ian Tracy on the drums, and was again produced by Paul Johnson. And this one, I've got it at number 1. I think this album is absolutely fantastic from start to finish. Excellent production on it. The guitar tone is excellent on it as well. I feel like this one is they kind of found their own style. They didn't, sort of take bits and bobs from everywhere else. I feel like with this one, they found their own style and went with it. And I think that's excellent. Really, really great riffs throughout. I really like the mixture of the fast paced and then the mid paced groovy sections. Vocals fantastic again. And yeah, for me, their best album. I could have like literally mentioned the whole album as for my favorite tracks because they're all excellent. But if I was to probably say, probably Blood from Stone, Night Fear, probably my top two. But yeah, very strong album. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a true classic of a record in every sense, from the album cover to the songs to the songwriting. Literally going from the Grand Leveler to this is like fucking night and day. That's probably the worst fucking album cover I can see from a death metal band. Jesus, Murphy. But hey, to each their own. Again, songwriting improved immensely. The guitar tones that definitely have that nasty, filthy, old school death metal, as one Mark G will always tell us. It's got everything. The mix is perfect. The production is great. Dave sounds absolutely fucking miserable. Sounds like he's in agony. He sounds like he hasn't had a sip of water in about 12 years, but it's perfect. It just sounds fucking awesome right from the goddamn get-go. As soon as he starts, I'm like, oh, those vocals sound horrible, but I love every second of it. Like, it's like I want more. Yes, it is, Dan. It is a Seagrave album. It's fucking stellar. I have it at number 3. There are 2 records that beat it out. You're going to probably question my number 2 choice, but hey, that's what we're all here for, to make me look like an idiot. Yeah.
That's fair enough.
Well, I had this one at number 2.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost it could have been number 1, but number 2 is one I just like a little better. Might be surprised, but it's the first one I got by them ever, so maybe that's why I guess it's up so high. But I love the cover. I think it's actually my favorite cover of their albums. But the production is great. The vocals sound great. All the songs are like, you really try to pick a good song. But my favorite ones probably would be I Bow to None and Painted Skulls. Those two kind of a 1-2 punch. I think those are amazing songs. I mean, it's one of my favorite death metal albums ever. So that's why it's number 2. So
it seems to get the most love. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely
From
awesome.
their original, like, early stuff. Getting into the black.
Yeah, we are, Raj. I'm probably going to be the guy that's going to get shit on for this one. I can't wait. I'm excited.
Well, okay. Yeah, let's go for the next one.
Oh, boy.
Definitely the worst album art.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's for sure.
The best to the worst with that. Yeah, The Dreams You Dread from 1995. This is the first one to feature Neil Hutton on the drums, and also produced by Paul Johnson again, but also Al King as well. And for me, I've got this one last. Surprise, surprise. Although, to be honest, I didn't think it was as bad as I thought it might have been. You know, like, I know that this one is the massive drop off. But you know what? There were some bits that I liked. There were a couple of tracks I liked. I thought that a lot of the songs towards the back end, like Saneless Theory and Path of the Serpent, I thought them songs were pretty good. The last song, The Dreams You Dread, was a bit more of like a punky, thrashy kind of sounding song. I quite like that. But a lot of the songs kind of were a bit sort of on the slower, ploddy kind of side, with not very interesting riffs. But obviously the big elephant in the room is the vocals. What happened? What happened in the space of 2 years? How on earth did he go from, doing the guttural vocals like he was doing on Transcend the Rubicon to basically sounding like he's never done death metal vocals in his life. You know,
just wait.
I like literally listening to it. Well, I listened to them all in order, and I was thinking, like, well, what happened? He just sounded to me like you literally go up to someone in the street and say, "What is death metal vocals?" and they go, "Roar," and it's like, what? I was just thinking, what on earth is he doing? But yeah, to be honest, yeah, musically I thought it was all right, but vocally, really, really let it down. And yeah, for me, bottom last.
Yeah. Also dead last. Fuck this record. It's just absolute garbage. The production's a mess. The guitar tone, like we go from transcending the Rubicon to thin shit guitar tone. Like it's like they just jump. This is just a slight upgrade from fucking Saint Anger, for Christ's sake. And vocally, how does Dave Ingram go from Dave Ingram on transcending the fucking Rubicon to just a slight bit above Chris Barnes on the last two fucking 6 feet under records?
I was waiting for that.
Dave! Like, I'm listening to this going, no, this is not the same fucking Dave Ingram. Like, did he have a cold? Did he catch some sort of wild fucking throat disease that caused him to not sing on this? Because I'm like, there's no way. I'm like, this has to be a troll. Because you don't sound just a slight upgrade to Chris Barnes over the last 2 to 3 fucking 6 feet under records. I'm like, this sucks. Holy shit. God damn it. Number 8, 100%.
Oh, wow. Well, you guys could really kick me off this channel. It's my number 1.
Wow. Really?
I always liked this one. I knew that was going to happen. I honestly like this one. I don't know why. I always liked it. I know it's not as potent maybe as the last one, but the songs I always liked the Down on the Horse. Answer to Me. I always like the bass line that it starts. So yeah, I mean, I had to laugh. I'm like, oh crap, they're never gonna have me on this again. I can't help but like, you want me to be honest or want me to lie? I'm gonna be honest about it. So I always like this. My number 1.
We just had our.
So you can't help what your brain feels and your ears go. Hey, I like that. You can't help it. I understand your points of view, though. I get your guys' point of view. I always respect all that. But yeah, it's my number 1. I don't know why. I never get tired of listening to it. But yeah, it's my number 1.
Did
all right,
you?
so.
God bless you, George, man. Like, did you watch our Black Sabbath ranking where Josh completely made me and everybody else have a stroke?
Yes, I know.
Perfect. If it's your number 1, who am I to fucking argue? Oh, yeah, right. Josh ranked Sabotage last, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm having perfect. I love it. Someone's got to have it somewhere higher than me and Josh for sure. That's
I don't think so. I want to be honest about it, not be like, well, they don't like that, but that's dumb. Why don't you do this the way you feel? You know, you can't have what you like, what you don't like.
Right.
You know. I mean, people always put, like you did the South one. Everyone puts Never Say Die last. I don't think Never Say Die is that bad. It's not great, but it's not horrible like everyone makes it out to be.
Yeah, we know where Josh had it, don't we? Fucker.
Yeah.
That's why I love this shit. It's so much fun.
Yeah. No, that's cool. It makes it interesting, doesn't it?
That's why I think the jacket's wild.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 1. Perfect. I love us. Okay.
Cool.
That's
Okay.
a comment. I'm going to see George as a... Well, there we go.
Thank you so much. That's funny.
So, what's the next one? Isn't it Grind Bastard the next one or no?
Yes, it's
Yes.
Grind Bastard.
Yes. So this is the one that I was missing just like 2-3 hours ago.
Oh well, you did well to listen to it in that time because it is a blooming long album.
Yeah,
it's long, and that's a horrible album cover.
Oh
Yeah.
God, yes, dreadful.
The even the logo, the band logo, like what is that? It's like they done it on like Word or something.
It's like they did the last second. It's like they did it the last second. Let's put this together. Just put something on there. It's we have a deadline. We have a deadline. But put it on there. Slap it together.
Right.
Just put it in the top corner. No one will notice it.
Like a first year high school computer kid just put it together.
Yeah.
Like something straight out of the fucking like 70s and 80s like video or game shows. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh well. Hopefully hopefully the tunes sound good.
That's funny.
It's fun. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Yeah. He had a baby with Venom.
Comic book villain. Right. Yeah, so this came out in 1998, and this was their last album to feature Dave Ingram on the vocals until he returned in 2019. This was also produced by Paul Johnston again, Al King, and Andy Snape as well. I put this at number 7, but because it's at number 7, but I didn't hate it. I thought it was a pretty good album. I liked a lot of the tracks. I liked the kind of groovy, more thrashy, punky kind of moments throughout the album. It sort of went on that kind of test and roll-ish, but not quite. But yeah, for me, I just think the album's too long. I think if they got rid of the covers and maybe they cut another one, I think it would have been a decent album, But I think it goes. I think it's over an hour long. I can't remember how long.
Yeah, it's long. It's
a very long album, and there's like 14. Is there 14 songs on it? Yes. Yeah, there are 14 songs. So yeah, and 3 of them are covers, which is not, great. Yeah, I think if you get rid of the covers, I think it's a better album, but nothing like really, really bad. But yeah, and I think his vocals are not as bad as on the Dreams of Dread as well. I think they're passable.
Yes.
But yeah, I'll put it at number 7.
Okay. I have it at number 5, and most of my reasoning for this, just how it sounded. If you get rid of obviously the shit album cover, if you get rid of that and you get rid of the 3 covers and like maybe 1 or 2 other songs, like bring it down to like 9 or 10 songs, honestly, you have a really nice like middle of the road record. The mixing is almost spotless. The guitars and the bass sound good, and I'm a big fan of having the bass kind of rumbling like in the back, or like keep up with the low end of the guitars, but have enough distortion on it to make it sound good. The drums are just a hair forward, which is not bad, but it's great because at least they're not buried. Vocals are a little bit forward, but again, with that, it doesn't completely fuck with the mix at all. And again, I can be a bit of a stickler for production, but I'm also hearing that like the songs are not that bad outside of the cover songs and like maybe one other song that's not really as strong. I really dig it from a production standpoint, and the songs are actually pretty good other than like the 3 covers basically. So I had at number 5.
I have to agree. I have mine at number 5 also. Like I said, I think some songs are really good on it. It is a bit long, and they really didn't need to do Judas Priest cover because I don't know. How can you cover Judas Priest a death metal band? I think it doesn't work because you used to hearing that whole soaring vocals with Rob, and then you hear. But I was surprised when I was listening to it and they did Destroyer. I'm like, isn't that Twisted Sister? I'm like, that'd be an odd cover for a death metal band to pick Twisted Sister. I thought that was just weird. Like, wait a minute, that's Twisted Sister. Are they really covered Twisted Sister? Is this a joke or were they serious?
No, it was probably
serious. I love Twisted
Maybe
Sister,
not.
but it was weird they did it.
Yeah.
But I thought production was good on it. There are a lot of good songs on it. It's just, it is too long, But then they were talking about what this is 98, you said?
Yeah, 98.
That's when all those bands were always putting way too many songs on their albums at that time. We can fit it on a CD. Let's put like 15, 16 songs on the album. Like, oh, you don't need to do that. Just cut the fat a little bit. And although some of these artists, what's his name does that all the time. Udo does that all the time with his albums. Udo. He's got like 17 songs on an album. I mean, do you really need 17 songs on an album? No.
Yeah, it's like why put out so many songs? Like, you're a death metal band. Focus on like the best 8 to 10 tracks and then put it out and go from there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nonsensical. Yeah. So
Kim Fortune Fire is on the Darkest of Season EP.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, yeah. I've not heard that EP. I have to.
I wouldn't if I was you.
Oh, okay.
It's got a great cover though. The album cover is really cool though.
It's a bit wild, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Actually, speaking of covers, they did a on the Transcend the Rubicon, what I've got on here, they did a cover of Accuser, Wrong Side of the Grave. That's
good too.
That's a
good one.
Yeah. I think there's just a bonus track on the edition that I've got, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, next. Organized Chaos. Okay, so yeah, this one came out in 2001. The first one with Dave Hunt on the vocals, produced by Andy Snape. Paul Johnston was an engineer on the album, but Andy Snape did the production, and you can probably hear it in the production, to be fair.
Yes.
I have got this one at number 6. And again, I think it's a really good album. I really enjoyed it. Definite a step up from Grind Bastard. I feel like with this one, it's like they took the Grind Bastard formula, cut all the crap out, and just put out like 12 tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which really they probably should have cut it for Grind Bastard. I think they made a better version of Grind Bastard. And yeah, again, I like the groovy, punky moments. I liked Dave Hunt's vocals. I think he kind of fit the songs quite well. And yeah, I thought it was a pretty consistent album. I even liked the ballad kind of acoustic guitar song. I thought that song was pretty cool. I think that song would have fit nice at the end of the album. But yeah, I really liked it. I really liked Suicide Rebellion and Stigmata. Temple of Set is a really good one as well. I'm the Disease. Yeah, good album. I'll put it at number 6.
Okay. The album cover is definitely better than its predecessor, for sure. So I find this to be similar to Transcending the Rubicon. Dave actually sounds really good on this record. Now, the guitar tones are a hair bit muddy, but at the same time, it's the whole record is ferocious as shit. I mean, and that's what I want in my death metal. I want my face to get smashed in as often as possible. It crushes. I want to break stuff. The mix sounds pretty good. Obviously, Andy Sneap being one of the main reasons. Drums, guitars, bass are all audible, which I gotta have the bass in there. And the vocals sit just in front enough to offset the rest of the fucking music. And the thing is that there's nothing overpowering here in any way, shape, or form. Songs are good. The songs are memorable. And for like the first 5 records, well, obviously outside of Transcend. I had this at number 2. I really, really like this record. It really, really sounds fucking good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just listened to this one today again, and it actually made my move up one notch. I have it at number 4.
Okay.
But I think it's still a really good album. I mean, it really was really good. Dave Hunt fit really well in the band. The production, of course, Andy Sleep does a great job with the production. And it's a great album. It's just, really, again, it's, better than the last one. So it's just, from start to finish, I was like, oh, this is really good. I wasn't sure when it came out, and I listened to it. I was like, because the new singer, and I'm like, but there was like, they didn't skip a beat. It really was good, and they at least got the logo back, their old logo instead of that crappy logo from the last one. But yeah, definitely a solid album. So yeah, that'd be number 4 for me. Definitely good though.
Like the one thing I did like about this whole discography that I find is that they go from Barney, then they go into Dave Ingram, then they go to Dave Hunt, and then once they go back to Dave Ingram, the vocals are really consistent, other than that Dreams Made of Dread, which is sadness and despair. Other than that, I think this is probably the most consistent in terms of like vocals for death metal that I've heard in a while.
Yeah. You're gonna torture me with that Dreams Are Dread album, aren't you?
Just my
Yeah.
That's the problem with me. Like, when stuff tortures me, like it sits and it gets to a boiling point, and I'm like,
I didn't mean to. Didn't mean to.
Again, that's okay. Like that's the best part about these fucking rankings, because everybody's going to be completely different. It's like, okay, all right, I understand.
Yeah, but a lot of those bands, like, they tried to do a little bit different with their vocal style back, later on. Like, if you even the two Gorefest albums I have, Erase and Soul Survivor, it doesn't sound like early Gorefest at all.
No.
Totally changed the vocal style. It's more death and roll than they started doing that. So, kind of the similar thing, I guess, to Dreams Are Dread. So,
exactly. Yeah.
I think they definitely went for that kind of vibe on that album.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Shall we move on to the next one?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Cool. So next one. Oh yeah. Get it up on here.
Killing Music
from 2008. And this is the last one to feature Dave Hunt. And also the last one to feature Frank Healy on the bass and Neil Hutton on the drums.
Mm-hmm.
And also featured Carl Willits again on the song, track 15. I think that's a cover.
It is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I like the what. Well, it's just so Carl Willits at the end of the song, and he goes, "Where the fuck is everyone gone?" I just thought that was hilarious. Everyone gone.
Right.
Yeah, that was funny. Okay, so this album was produced by Mick Penny, and I think this album's fantastic. I got it at number 4. I think it's a great album. I really dig it. I love how fast and thrashy and punky it is. They really brought that up to the max, and I really love that. I love the drum tone. I think the drum tone sounds really, really good on this album. It's it's punchy, it's loud. I really, really like that. really good vocals. I think this is probably out of the two. I think this one was Dave Hunt's best vocal performance.
Yep.
Yeah, some really great riffs throughout, and even though it's 15 songs and 2 covers, I still think it's actually not. It's not that long. I mean, it's about 46 minutes, but with 15 songs, you think, oh God, that's going to drag up. But for me, it never does. It never does. It goes by pretty quick. Yeah, I really like pretty much all the tracks, including the covers. I think the covers are quite cool. But yeah, my favourite tracks are probably The Grey Man, Dripping with Disgust, Burying a Hatchet, and Betrayer. They're all great tracks. But yeah, I got it at number 4. I think it's a bit underrated, this album. So yeah, I've got it at number 4.
Okay. Well, I'm going to agree with you. I also have it at number 4. The only thing that I can kind of disagree with it on, no, I didn't rank this at number 2. The album cover looks a bit like weird. The album, the title itself, Killing Music, seems a bit bleh. Like it's like, okay, you couldn't have come up with anything better than that. It's almost like some kid was given a piece of wood with the fucking wood burning kits that George probably remembers. I know I had them when I was a kid. And the cord was like this fucking long, so you were right by the drakes and you sat there and you were screwing around on your wood burning kit to make it look, interesting. Hope you didn't burn the fucking house down at the same time.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
The album cover aside, it is a bit of it's definitely an upgrade from some other records. The guitar tone is actually pretty good. It's not horrible. I wish it was a little bit thicker, but not to the point of mud. 100% right on the Dave Hunt vocal thing. He gets down dirty and gritty and nasty, and the songs are better. But yes, it's far too long in terms of like amount of songs. 14, 15 songs, 45 minutes. They could have probably expanded some of them and made the record just a little bit shorter in terms of number of songs. But I have it at number 4 because it's definitely memorable other than the wood burning album cover.
Well, I have to agree about I think his vocals sound good on it, but I have this at number 8. I've tried listening to it over and over again. I just can't get into it. I've tried. I'm like, nope. It's too long. I don't find any of the songs very memorable. It doesn't stick in my mind. But I do think his vocals sound really good on it. I just don't like the songs itself, and it is a little bit too long for me. So that's why it's number 8. So
that's fair.
Yeah.
I liked the last one so much. I was really looking forward to it when it came out. And then I was just like, for me, I was just a little disappointed. But you never know. One day it might just click with me,
No, and that's the thing. Like if it's not clicking, then fucking, I get it. It's just that's basically it's like the invert of. Dreams Made Dead and this one, like we didn't like the first, we didn't like that other one, and then this one's actually pretty good. So it looks like an Alabama Thunder pussy. Well, does it? I don't know.
Thanks, Roger.
Yes, George. 3 subjects. If we were to look at our analytics right now, it would be like up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Fuck these guys. Okay, we saved it. Mark G is showing up just in time for us to be almost done.
True. Yeah. I know he's a big Benediction fan.
He is.
It would have been interesting to get him on here, but getting someone like Mark on isn't the easiest.
No, it isn't. That would be fun. That could be. So there, George has definitely got a friend with Mark on that.
Well, there you go.
Mark's not a fan of that album. That's fair enough. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But, speaking of pretty cool. Yes.
Let's go. Mark is playing hard to guess.
One day. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Well, then we're gonna have to. If we get Mark on for a live stream ranking, we absolutely need to do something out of Sweden. I mean, either Sweden or Gorguts. Anybody from Sweden. Yeah, Mark is always playing hard. That's right.
Remember. Yeah.
But yeah.
Cool.
Let's get into this tastiness, shall we?
Yeah. Excellent artwork. Actually, I didn't get who done the artwork. Oh well. Okay, so yeah, this album come out in 2020. The first album since Dave Ingram's return, and also this is the first album to feature Giovanni Durst on the drums, and the only album to feature Dan Bate on the bass. This also has got a guest cameo from Cam Lee on track 5, and was produced by Scott Atkins. And for me, this is my number 2, and it was actually really, really close between this and Transcending the Rubicon. But as I listened to Transcend the Rubicon, I thought actually this probably just pips it, but it is so close. If I listen to Scriptures again, it probably would change again. It's that close. But yeah, this is a fantastic album from start to finish. And in my notes, I put Ingram remembered how to do death metal vocals for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking brilliant.
Yeah, this album definitely reminded me of that old school kind of sound again. It's like they went back to that period of the Grand Leveler and Transcend the Rubicon and just brought it well up to date with the production and, obviously modern sound. And I thought the production was fantastic on it, absolutely flawless. Some excellent guitar riffs throughout the album, some brilliant. And honestly, I'd say there is nothing bad on this album, even nothing okay on this album. It's all absolutely fantastic. The fact that I haven't got this album in my collection is an injustice to this album because I need it. It's so good. Probably my favorite tracks are probably Iterations of I, Stormcrow, Progenitors of a New Paradigm, which has got Camely on it.
Yes.
Never When, and the last song, We Are Legion. An excellent guitar riff in that song. I absolutely love it. So yeah, for me, number 2, very close to number 1. Just, literally not much in it for me. Yeah.
I'm trying to find who did the artwork for this.
It's Woven Claws.
Yeah, Woven Claws. Yeah, so okay, that's fair.
I don't know who that is, but
nor do I.
I mean, it just sounds like it's Wolverine Claws. I just made a name up. I don't know. That's exactly what it is.
Okay, so let's get into Scriptures. My thoughts on it. If anybody's been paying attention, obviously you know where it's going to sit with me. Dave Ingram comes back, his first record in 12 years, and they absolutely fucking smashed everything about this with this record. It's fucking flawless. There's so many reasons why anytime I saw anybody talk about this record, almost everybody praised the shit out of it because it's fucking good. Dave got absolutely Woven Claws, Simon Harris. Okay, thanks, Rod. Thanks, Roger. Vocals are Dave is just snarling. He's fucking growling his ass off. The guitars are thick, but they're not muddy. Everything is tight. The bass is audible. There's a good chunk of fucking distortion to them, which I absolutely love. Distortion on bass is just fucking creme de la creme, if you want my fucking opinion. Yeah. Simon will definitely send it to you because I'm sure he'll find it. I don't have any fucking Benediction at all. If I can get my hands on any of them, this is going to be it. The drums sound clean, but not like sometimes you can get drums that sound like shit. Saying anger. These drums sound great. It's D-beaty enough, but it's not crappy. The one thing that I did love about this, and George, I don't know if you'll agree or not, this sounds very much like the stompy stomp that fucking Obituary gives.
Yes.
Like there's definitely moments where you're like, fuck, let's go.
Yeah. That's a good analogy. That's very great. Yeah. Close to it.
Yeah, very stompy, and it's just this is like I'm hoping that they can put out another record similar to this or better, because that would just fucking make most people's days, I guess. This it's number one. It's perfect.
Right. Yeah. I agree with everything I said, but this is a number 3 for me. But I was like very happy when I got it and listened to it, and I was like, this is what Benediction is supposed to be. So it's a great album. It's like you said, Josh. It's not a bad song on it. Not at all. From start to finish, it just hits you. It's just what you want from them, and how they should have. Hopefully, like you said, hope they continue to do that. So excellent album. So yeah, definitely number 3 for me.
That's pretty cool.
The more you know. Yeah,
okay.
that's funny how you can go from like modern traditional metal to fucking Benediction when Benediction kicks severe ass.
Yeah.
And like the album cover is kind of like it's kind of held back, but it's not. It's got like a nice little simple sort of statement, I guess. But yeah,
definitely. It almost has that Mob Rules looking guy in the front there.
Yeah. An album I don't like much, but that's okay.
Well, I'm just saying, album cover.
No, but yeah. No, well, that was entertaining. One. Short, I guess, or shorter than probably. Wow, this is probably
definitely shorter than the Black Sabbath one. we were probably like album number 6 in by this time.
Right. after we sat and ripped on Josh for about a good half hour or so. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Which Dave Ingram? Because that would be cool.
Oh yeah, I think I read on the Metal Archives. I'm pretty certain it says that the band are somewhere in Denmark. I'm pretty certain.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, that's where they reside now.
Okay.
That probably would make sense that they are out. Yeah, to meet up and have a hair off.
Have a hair off.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I kind of understand Mark's whole hair off thing. I understand that. Sadly.
Fair enough.
Oh man.
All right.
Well, that was good.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was very fun. Right, I'm just gonna go. Oops, wrong button. There we go.
That's fun.
Right,
that's one.
Yeah.
It was good though.
No, yeah, great stream from us. I hope everyone enjoyed watching it. And yeah, hopefully, we are thinking about doing a couple more in the new year. AC/DC we were thinking of doing. That would be a crazy one. Bullet for My Valentine, because Trev and Ryan said about doing that one, so that would be interesting. Yeah. So, yeah.
I gotta get the thing to happen. Come on. Might not work. Fuck. There was always this thing,
wasn't it? Like when you went like that.
Oh yeah, when you fucking put the thumb up and it's like these little. Oh, there goes the bubble. I see it.
Oh, there's the bubble.
Well, no, because like remember, anytime I put a thumb up, there would be a little bubble. See, a little bubble floating around there on my fucking screen.
Yeah.
And then there's like You know, as soon as I do like something like this, is like all these fireworks and shit in the background. None of it. No, that's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. Yeah, we should see how many people we can get in on that AC/DC one. Probably take us fucking 7 hours.
Oh god, it will take forever, but still would be pretty fun.
Oh well, yeah, of course.
It probably will take all night long, actually. That's...
Except for, yeah, just wait till we get to Back in Black when I'm bitching about that fucking song. Good Lord. And don't get me wrong, it's just You Shook Me All Night Long has got me to the point where if I ever hear it again, I'd rather just stab myself in the eye. But yeah, they are my favorite band for a reason.
Fair enough.
Gotcha. Yeah, Mark, you just have to go back and rewatch it and then get mad and then email us
cool.
about how.
Right. Shall we call it?
Yeah.
There.
Pretty solid.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard when there's not that many
Okay.
records, right?
Well, yeah, I know that. Yeah, this one. Yeah. Well, that's it. Yeah. There's nothing more that we can add. Apart from hopefully Benediction will do a new album next year, and if they do, hopefully it'll be just as good as Scriptures, if not better than Scriptures. And yeah, if you enjoyed the stream, hi Mickey, we've literally just finished.
Fucking time consuming.
Yeah, we're all doing good. Thanks. Yeah, we've literally just so I caught the turn. Nah, that's all right.
Shit happens.
You can always go back and rewatch it if you wish for all the banter, especially all the Star Wars banter at the start.
All right,
let's write the Star Wars movies next. We should write the Star Wars movies next.
That should be easy. 4, 5, and 6 top 3.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, guys, that was fun. We'll have to try this again, but with obviously another band for sure.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me on, Josh. Thanks, Josh.
Yeah.
Now see how many people unsubscribe to my channel because of it.
Most likely.
Yeah, sorry in advance if your subscribers have gone down massively. That's yeah.
Right on. Okay, boys. Well, that was fun. We'll
catch
you later.
Awesome. Thanks everyone for watching, and see you next time. Keep it metal.